Hey everyone, Happy New Year, and just want to give a quick overview of week 13 from cycle 1. It's great to be back. I think I'll just start off first briefly. I know I talked to some of the parents. It wasn't the best morning as far as uh, class management goes. I know that there's probably a sense of excitement all around to be back, and I certainly could understand that. Um, and I'm not really calling out any of the kids individually because I think overall there was just a sense of excitement and it was difficult to keep everyone focused and on task. And we had a lot to get done, so it was challenging. And I know we tried to address it. I even before we started, I tried to address just a reminder of general classroom expectations, and then of course Alicia had to kind of step in at one point and just try to change things up. But it was just I'm just gonna chalk it up to an anomaly that is just our first week back. And again, I'm not calling out anyone specifically because I think overall, each student could have probably done better. Probably things I will reflect on and maybe just start something next week just to kind of get our focus and make sure where it needs to be. But that was probably the I don't want to say the highlight, but the one thing that I will just wanted to say here briefly is we just got to make sure that I want the students to get the most out of it. I know that parents and they and the students, they invest so much in this, so I want it to be the best time it can be together with God at the center. But other than that, it was we did. I think we learned a lot of good things today. We did our normal thing with the new grammar stuff. With the maps. Looking at Western Africa. We introduced some new grammar for English. We went back to Latin noun cases, starting those over again. History sentence was pretty brief. Signs, looking at parts of the geosphere. I just kind of had them do a simple hand motion where as we started with the core, so calling this the core, and as we mentioned each term, the hands expand and they kind of go out. So we start from the core, and then for each term, and then by the end, we're at the atmosphere. So just kind of a way to help them see as we identify the different parts. We start with the core, the inner part of it, and expands all the way out to the atmosphere. Um, so we got through new grammar. We had science. We had two experiments. We had tilt and sinkers, I believe. And I think both concepts, they learned some important things. I tried for the tilt to get them to relate to the globe, that they are in the northern hemisphere in North America, pinpointing their location, and so they could understand like right now why we're having the winter season, because of the way that the Earth's axis is actually tilted away from the sun. So when it's tilted away from the sun, the rays are more direct in the southern hemisphere. So that's why we're experiencing, the coldness of winter. But at some point, it'll be the other way around, where the sun, the axis will be tilted towards the sun, and we'll look forward to those nice warm summer months. In fine arts, we got to go through Giotto, which it's a fun activity to paint using the grinding up the chalk and the egg tempera to paint, simulating how they painted in the 13th century. Just the challenge is the amount of effort it takes to get the paint ready. So I'm grateful to Christy and Alicia for their efforts there. But the kids, I think, enjoyed it. Even one student wasn't looking forward to it in the beginning. Spent the most time painting his picture. So I thought that was a victory there. So again, I look forward to. I love the idea of looking at the great artists, looking at their work, on the board before we go into the classroom, talking about it a little bit. I think was a great idea to kind of give it some more, because I love the history of the art just as much as the activity. I like to learn about the artists, and and what they did, and so it's good. I enjoy that part of that just as much as the actual doing the painting, the way that they did it. So that's week 13. Look forward to next week, and it's great to be back to start 2022 together. So hope you have a great week. Thanks.